All right, I can't. That's not working either. Oh, we go. There we go. There we go. I've got to try to change this and get rid of it. Boom, it's gone. Things just going wrong. Wow. 15 minutes beforehand, everything started coming apart here. I try, but golly, it sure makes me want to give up sometimes. So much goes wrong. Here's I just picked this up. It was a sale yesterday at an antique store. A Bugs Bunny Vacation from 1954, and I got it for less than it shows there, less than $5. And here, I'll quickly show. Now, this is a vacation showing something very different than people who are taking vacations now. And while I'm showing this, and it's got your typical the characters all over the place. I got live. I don't know if anyone put anything. Hold on. Some notifications. Oh, well, thank you. Someone made a comment. Thank you. I tried to. Yeah, YouTube is. No, YouTube is better. I have a lot more problems with Facebook than I do with YouTube. Um, I wish it was the case. Now, what these were, and I think this is a combination of a number of issues into a large. But I'm not saying that because this was all made. This is back when you had games and things, which was nice. I can't get to the. Here, I'm gonna have to read. Let me see if I can redo this here. I'll just keep flipping through pages while I'm trying to find. I was gonna be starting real early, and I got all screwed up. Things started falling all over the place. What a mess! I got a heck of a lot of work to do after this. There we go. Live comment. There we go. All right. So here's this was Sniffles was a common, Mary Jane and Sniffles, I should say, was a common. Here, I got to turn the sound off too on here. Was a common part of the comic book series. It was, I think there was a total of 7 animated cartoons with Sniffles, and that was the end of it. They just did 7. Chuck Jones directed, I think, 2 of those, maybe 3. It was a really, really good Christmas one with Sniffles directed by Chuck Jones. But even music in here, like Cucaracha. Now, how many people would imagine a song about palmetto bugs would be in a comic book, Bugs Bunny? Also, Henry Hawk. It's just funny how many, it's just real pig. So how many of these characters, these just has pages torn out. I only now learn. Darn it. I bet he probably didn't even know. I talked to the guy, he's from up north. He lives in the villages. He didn't like my comments about the villages. Anyway, so this has multiple Sniffles stories in it. But a lot of these characters in these comics never really showed up in the animated. But anyway, artwork's pretty good. Not as good as the one I was showing yesterday, which was Tom and Jerry. That was outstanding. I think they had the tip-top notch of great illustrators then. This is a horse painting. I wonder where is all this artwork today? How quickly was it trashed? Okay, well, one reason I wanted to get started early was I wanted to try out I'm trying to figure out whether my brushes are dry, which I was trying to play with yesterday. I think this is dry, yeah. So I will add a cartridge to this. And hopefully that fixes this problem with this one. And I'll start drawing something, but I don't have. I was going to share comic too. Here we go. That's good. And some of y'all, if I know you and you're going by some fictitious name on here, I'll think of that comment I saw. I don't know if that's someone I know or not. I'm not going to figure it out probably. I mean, I'm likely to be able to, but I'm not going to. I figure people want to go under different names. I'm not going to try to figure it out. You'll just have to tell me. Because it is. Hello, Jonathan. Crossover Paranormal. How are you, sir? I called my stepdaughter today, and I didn't because about that I want to send her the package. She doesn't know about that yet, but I think she's having some time here with. They've had the shop closed where she works, and there's no school. And she got a whole bunch of youngins to worry about. I'm sure they'll be open tomorrow, but I'm not sure how she's handling young people. Yeah, I do want to get back to doing it, which you remind me. Some of the gnomes and things I was doing. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just making this up. If you want to put a word in there, sir, you can. I'll work from it. I'm just doing, I don't know. I'm just doing this. I started trying to see if a brush worked and gave me a dry brush effect that made me think of birds. I have a project I'm going to do on Tuesday. Tomorrow's what I call a makeup day. I've got a kind of situation on Mondays where I do a bunch of, well, I'm actually today been trying to organize for the other projects that I'm fixing to work on. See how much of this I can work on here. Yeah, I've been going crazy here trying to, because I've just been, well, nearly a month here, well, less than a month. Certainly 20 odd days running around, dropping off Christmas prints everywhere. And I've let things collect and I got to clean up. This is a brush pen. I don't know which one. I don't know where I got it. These are not easy to use. I guess I could probably put a gnome type creature here. I hope to see my friend Dickie Joe on Saturday. Casadega. I got to pay for my ticket in there, which I haven't done yet. I need some confirmation. I'm going to be meeting up with some folks, though. So, heard from Andrea. I need to get with John Crowther. He'll be opening up his law office tomorrow. But I've got paper. I've got Christmas prints, what I have left of them. And I will do a live over on Facebook on the 1st. Rabbit. But I may be doing some of these here during the week. We'll see what happens. I need to increase my videos. Something that was part of discussion. Could a little gnome or some such creature be doing here? The hat looks strange. I've got lots of cartridges for these, but it's like I just made a bookcase here a couple days ago, and boy, that was me and Home Depot and Lowe's are not friends. I don't know where I'm going. I can't really go in those places without no idea where I'm going. I get very confused. Let's see here. Let's start drawing somebody over here and we'll figure it out. Yeah, Dickie Joe will be doing readings and that sort of thing. I think Dickie Joe's about 80. About 80 or so. That's weird. I shouldn't have him look right out like that. I gotta make that work. Why is he looking right out? Darn it. And anyone, I appreciate if anyone who's watching puts a thumbs up. I've been out of order here. I have him smiling. So what's he so happy about? Oh. Put a little curl in his hair. As my hair continues to thin, the natural curl of my hair is popping out again. Usually happens if it gets long, it starts to curl, but now it's getting thinner and less of it is sprawling around. So what? Almost I could put them around something so I could have somebody here, but who? Did a bunch of kitties yesterday. Won't do kitties now. I should give him some sideburns or sideboard. Well, since we're talking about rabbits, I like drawing rabbits. Like Bugs Bunny. Yeah, I have a mini comic from 1943 I wanted to share, but maybe I'll do it another time. It's under stuff, and when I was trying to move things earlier, things started falling about. Take any chances. It's been very unbearably warm here in Florida. You hear from all the people who move down here, they want you to think they've done the right thing, but they won't tell you the truth. It's been hot. For this time of year, we're 10, 12 degrees above normal right now. We're about to see that go the other way, as well as Jonathan, as paranormal will too here next few days. Finally, we'll start to see temperatures we're supposed to have. We need them to kill off invasive species because though it was a very dry summer here, so we didn't get quite the wetness, which is a monstrous problem because our water supply is right underneath us, and we need enough water so we can have water to drink. And we depend on a vast amount of rain in the summer, which we did not get, which means wells will go dry across the state. And not only will wells go dry, but some people who are depending on certain city water will have trouble getting it because they can only push so much through. And it has to be there to do it. But, we're not supposed to talk about that and discourage a land sale somewhere. We'll all die as long as realtors can make the money they want. We can hope for is to get a good frost, and that will melt and give us a bit of water here and there. Now, I won't be here, I don't think, next weekend at all. If something changes, and it could. I'll be at the Day Battlefield a week from today. I don't think I'll be back in time for this. If I am, I'll do it real quick. And then, of course, I'll be in Cassadaga. I don't know if, Jonathan, if you're still here, but you know what Cassadaga is? I'm sure you do. I'm sure you've maybe been there. I've never spent. I've read about it and I've driven through, but much I know the state like the back of my hand. It's one area I really know a little, really haven't spent a ton of time in. Whereas I can talk about any other part of our state almost. Maybe Naples is an exception. I'm not as familiar with Naples as I'd like to be. But Cassadaga, I'm not. So I plan on learning about. Yeah, we should be seeing lows ourselves in the 40s, and we're not. It's just been very unusually hot. And that's bad because when it's warm like that and the sun's coming down, it helps evaporate the water, giving us even less. If it was like North Carolina where you could at least have some snow that'll melt and come down, we don't have that. And in fact, sometimes we rely on you all having snow. It melts and eventually makes its way down here, but by the time it gets here, it's not much of nothing, water-wise. Feeds through various basins. But you know Cassadaga is the spiritualist paranormal area here in Florida. People come from everywhere just to go there. And they go to other places, a place where Dickie Joe goes up in Wisconsin somewhere. Or I think it's Wisconsin. I've drawn that hand way too small. Cassadaga, Cassa, Cassadaga. I'll try to spell and draw. Yeah, I'm sure you know it. Spiritual. There's been a number of spiritualist communities across the state. There's a park named after the Corrections, which is in Lee County. They came from up north and were going to create a society, and it all fell through. But there's a park there named for it. They're going to build a whole city. Oh, you never heard of Casadega? Gordon Bennett. Yes, you should know that. Cassadega. Yeah, definitely. It's near Lake Helen. It's in Volusia County. It's near Lake Helen and Deltona, where our friend Andrew Kaczynski lives. Not far. I think, did Jim Trollington show up here? Or he showed up the other one yesterday. He lives very close to Casadega. I doubt he goes there. I would guess he's driven through. I don't know. If it doesn't have turkeys, he doesn't seem to care. I've tried to have some artwork for Jim, and I won't mail it. I'm trying to. It's amazing if I get yours out, and I won't be mailing it. My half brother will. But I tried to meet with him to drop it off, and he's just kind of odd and weird about it. He doesn't like to meet with folks for some reason. I don't know why. Yet he barks about how he goes with lunch to this person, that person. But I understand this is something he's like with everybody, except certain, unless it's a business thing. I don't understand Jim. He said he was going to stop doing artwork, and yet he keeps doing artwork. I'm not saying I'm stopping doing artwork, but I am going to kind of refiguring things. And I'm not just letting folks know, officially kind of pulling back on everything. I'm sure you can find a bunch. I know there have been film, and I mean, I know there were videos done in Casadega before before there were computers like this. Been around a long time. I think Dickie Joe's been involved with it since the 70s. There's like a school. There's a school there of some sort to learn how to do the palmist work. And I'm gonna come in here and just do this. I'm drawing this guy's gonna look very uncomfortable, but I didn't do this right. I was in communication with Melissa Busby about some of these drawings I've done, and I used to work very, very large, and I reduced it down to this 9 by 12, and it throws me still. Most of my career, I've worked at least 11 by 14 or larger. I've recently, here the last few years, gone to a smaller size. I have a drawing to get done for a German friend of mine, and I may work on some of it here. Maybe we'll see. It's a test project on some working actually outside of where I am right now, so I best not do it here. So I may work on more things that are pre-penciled and ready to go. Because all I end up here is a lot of drawings, and they do pile up, and I have nowhere for them to go. Oops, my son here. Well, thank you for being here, John. Paranormal. Start getting active here again. Probably start getting people back in. It's a little too hard. Go with this little thinner pen, which I grabbed and promptly misplaced when everything started falling down around me. Here, this will work. I'll try to do a video when I'm over at Casadega. Hope to do one at the Dade Battlefield too. Not easy to do it when you're by yourself. I know you got family to help give you a hand. That would be helpful to me. It's funny, I know a lot of people will be at this thing, but I hate asking folks to help me. That's just me. Well, yeah, hopefully that's okay for what it's worth. I have no idea what's going on. Some sort of conversation. His body's way too small. Well, thank you, sir. 7:34. I'm just gonna probably go ahead and just move along. Did one, and that's the idea: is keep my hand going. I lost a lot apparently, not drawing over the past month, running around, driving everywhere. So I'm trying to get organized back here so I can go ahead and attack some things and get myself going again. The option I was considering was just stopping doing the drawing stuff completely. And maybe I still not. I'm going with others saying I should not, but I don't see why I should not. It's caused me more aggravation than it's worth. That's for sure. I have no desire to draw. I just do it to trying to be good at what I do. With this part of what I do a lot. This is one thing. Just going to concentrate on those things. I'm going to keep getting organized here and putting stuff away that's been kind of gathering like moss. I'm sorry, probably draining off here. I apologize. I'm a little tired too. But discouraged about some things also. Anyway, well, thank you, sir, for being here. If you're still here, and anyone else who comes by, there you go. I'll post the scanned version sometime next day or so. Thank you all for watching, being part of things. Thank you, sir. Hope you were having fun up there in North Carolina. And I don't know, I'm sure to do one on my Facebook page, which no one here really can get to, but on the 1st. I may come back here anytime this week and come back. It probably won't be tomorrow. Who knows? Whatever. All right. Thank you all very much. Have a great night. I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Good night. Good night.